Assalamualaikum to our HSM601 lecturer, Dr. Shadia binti Abdul Latif. My name is Nurul KAMILAH binti ASMAN and my group members include Nurul Izzah binti AMIR and Nurul Izzah FARHAN binti BURHAN. We are from Group 2 of BA235 5B. We have chosen Chapter 14, the Genitourinary System, as our group assignment. Firstly, the genitourinary system's code range is N00 until N99. This chapter overviews are included to be able to identify the anatomical structures and functions of the urinary systems, can explain the conditions related to the genitourinary system, capable to apply the ICD-10-CM coding guidelines to accurately code diseases of the genitourinary system, and able to select and code diagnosis from the case studies. The highlighted conventions for this chapter from the guideline is N, where the word should be interpreted to mean either and or all when it appears in the title. The next convention is with, where it should be interpreted to mean associated with or due to when it appears in the alphabetic index or tabular list. The definition of genitourinary system is the organs of the reproductive system and the urinary, which is composed of kidneys, ureters, bladder, urethra, and genital organs. Based on ICD-10-CM official guidelines for coding and reporting, this chapter has pointed out more on chronic kidney disease, which is also known as CKD. CKD is a condition in which the kidneys are damaged and cannot filter blood as well as they should.
Moving on to symptoms of CKD. The symptoms that can be detected for a CKD patient are weight loss, blood in urine and swollen feet, ankles or hands. And the severity of CKD is designated by stages 1 to 5. For stage 1, it means that the patient has mild damage to their kidneys and the kidneys are still working well, so they may not have any symptoms. They may have other signs of kidney damage such as protein in urine. So in this case, we need to code N18.1. In stage 2, a patient may have other signs of kidney damage such as protein in their urine or physical damage, and we need to code N18.2 equates to mild CKD. Meanwhile, in CKD stage 3, codes N18.30 to N18.32 equate to moderate CKD. At this stage, a patient may begin to have symptoms such as feeling weak and tired or swelling in their hands or feet. And in stage 4, code N18.4 equates to the severe CKD. This is the last stage before kidney failure. And finally, in stage 5, the last stage of CKD, code for N18.5, where the patient's kidneys at this stage have already stopped working. And code N18.6, end-stage renal disease, ESRD, is assigned when the provider has documented end-stage renal disease and when patients need dialysis. If both stages of CKD and ESRD are documented, assign code N18.6 only. For CKD with transplant, when a patient suffers end-stage kidney disease, a kidney transplant, also known as a renal transplant, will be implemented. And for example, in coding, if a patient undergoes kidney transplant, code Z94.0, kidney transplant status. So, the principal diagnosis will be from N18.1 to N18.6 based on what stage they are. And the secondary diagnosis will be Z94.0, kidney transplant status. For CKD with other conditions, patients with CKD may also suffer from other serious conditions, most commonly diabetes mellitus and hypertension. For example, patient has CKD due to hypertension, so the PD will be I12.9 hypertensive CKD with stage 1 through stage 4 CKD or unspecified CKD, and the secondary diagnosis is N18.9 CKD unspecified.
When dialysis needed? First is if kidneys no longer remove enough waste and fluid from the blood. This usually occurs when 10 to 15% of kidneys functions remains. For case study, a patient is currently being treated for stage 3 CKD. She has previously undergone a kidney transplant but still continues to suffer CKD. So the code is, the PD1 is N18.30 chronic kidney disease stage 3 unspecified, and for the SD, Z34.0 kidney transplant status. Benefits of CKD coding. First is can track the statistic of the number of the patient diagnosed with CKD. Second is to improve data for epidemiological research on CKD. The last one is to measure outcomes and care for CKD patients. For statistics, the graph shows the CKD cases in some country in 2021. It illustrated that Malaysia has the greatest percentage of CKD cases at 67%. And in contrast, Romania has recorded the lowest case with only 10%. That's all from us. Thank you.